She's got hours and hours. We know tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a hard day as the system catches up with itself, perhaps the rest of the week, but it'll be operating at great central locations in the whole county. And I hope I can speak for the rest of the board, going to be happy that this has come together. So, this is where it gets easy, and it says, now you have something to say. Would you be sure I mentioned Rich, but you better go a little further than I would you?
I'll be pleased to do that. And I'd like to welcome you all for coming here today. This is the time where we're turning the page in the history of Marion County Justice Court. And I'm happy that you've all joined us to come here. And I want to thank Commissioners Trentano and Carlson for their foresight to make the decision to have all the boards come together and the courage to do that, because change always brings problems with it, and it takes a lot to get that going and get it together. And they were out there in the leadership of that, and I really appreciate it. And then right behind them, John Latimer was there from the very beginning, the conception, the leasing, the construction, all the problems that we had all the way through, and all the problems we're going to continue to have. He's been right there to assist us. And also Commissioner Cameron, I'm happy to have you here to begin to see the process. And I understand you're coming tomorrow, and that's really great. I'm happy to have you do that. And we talked a little bit about some water that you suggested we've had, and we solved a couple of problems here this morning, this afternoon for me. So I look forward to working with you in the Justice Court and your new job and my new job. And we've had a lot of change. We've had change not just in the court itself, but we've had change in combining the two clerks, two systems of clerks together, the East Marion clerks with the North Marion clerks. We spent a lot of hours trying to work together even before we came together as to what we did and how we would do it. And we had other clerks involved in that process. We met many times. The clerks that are over there taking money now and helping people with tickets. And I want to mention their names, and we met the three here that got awards. So the clerks that are working are Ed Quintero, Katie Dunn, Carmen Mejia, and we all joined together to plan on how we were going to divide up the jobs. We included with our clerks, Cindy Sitka, and I never say that right, that Cindy was there with us during the whole process. We met several times, and actually, there she is in the back. Cindy, wave and say hi. As we were listing out the activities that the clerks did, it was Cindy who went back to her office and sat down at her computer and started processing through and said, look, you're going to have this type of clerk, and these are the jobs we're going to put under that. You're going to have a second type of clerk, and these are the jobs we're going to put under that. A third type of clerk, and these are the jobs you're going to put under that. And either she's that great, or it takes somebody from the outside looking into the system to see it. Because when she sent me that email, I looked at it and I said, wow, that's what we want. That's what we need. That's what we were looking for. And it was Cindy who put it together for us. So a real thanks to her for that process. And then once we got our lease going, we got the process of planning and designing. And I didn't see Gary Wilson come in. He's the county architect. He put together a plan after plan after plan, along with Gary Hales, and Gary's here. And Gary was great. It was a building that he was never going to occupy, never really going to use, but he sat with us and analyzed every detail along the way, helped us with all the safety things. And you're our test case today, and Gary, I need to talk to you afterwards. With the benches we have, they're not tied down. We want to make sure that they don't rock or change. And so for today, be careful, and if we get Gary's approval, we probably won't